Oh, Christmas spirit comes to an end, and now the spirit of a new year dawns upon us, and I'm pretty sure we're all exceptionally excited for this new year. I love you, and I love you! Oh! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Woodness Goodness. I'm your host, Graham. My claim to fame is that I built a cabin. A cabin that is 99.9% complete. There's still a few items that we have to do on it, but as I plan those items out and as I make sure that I pursue the path with the least amount of mistakes, we are building ourselves a mobile bar because I want to. I've never done it before, and I like a good challenge. And this, my friends, is a good challenge. As always, thanks for watching, stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get after it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just have to show you guys in Mama Woodness.
I'm a northern woman.
Look at this. Cleaning up around the cabin.
Yeah.
And I got her on brand. Look at that. Just, you can't teach it, folks. You can't teach it. Okay, so that middle support bar that I put on the inside to support this a little bit, I did the blind rivets again right into it. It's super solid, which is great. 23 inches up here. there's a horizontal piece of the actual horse frame that I can go into with those blind rivets. So we're gonna run a line 23 inches above here, and that way this will be super strong. Realizing and seeing how well these rivets work and how nice it kind of sucks everything, it's very tight and it looks really clean, especially when it's painted, it's gonna look awesome. I'm wishing that I had a bigger piece of steel to run over the existing bottom portion of the wall here, and then I could just have rivets there, but unfortunately I don't. I might have to run kind of like a finishing strip of steel here to cover up that seam, but we're figuring it out. All right guys, we're gonna take a little break to talk about this video's sponsor, Skillshare. And if you're not sure what Skillshare is, well, it's an online platform for creative learning. Basically, it's a massive community with teachers, with people learning, with masters of different types of creative type of work, i.e. videography, photography, illustration. Skillshare even offers things like how to become more productive or how to be better at productivity. And that's something that I'm super interested in because I like to do this, I like to do that. I like to jump over there and do this for a bit, then that. I'm kind of like a squirrel. I love to do a lot of things. And sometimes productivity hinders because I don't know where to concentrate my time. Well, I'm gonna be taking a course with Thomas Frank, and he's gonna help me with productivity. He even talks about failure and what to do when you fail. Skillshare is also super affordable. It's less than $10 a month with an annual membership, and you can learn as much as you want within that membership. So if Skillshare is something that you're interested in, and maybe it's something that you'd like to join, hit the link in the description below, and the first 1,000 people will get a free trial of the premium membership. Don't wait to learn more stuff. Now's the time. Invest in your future. Check out Skillshare, and I'm sure you're gonna find something that you will thoroughly love. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this channel and video yet again. Everybody, let's get back into the build. So, I'm trying to bend this over to the original bend, but I had to cut out a significant amount of rusty metal, and so I don't have as much leverage. If I was to do it again, I'd probably, honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm using this these ratchet straps to hold her down, and then we'll just keep moving little by little, and then we're gonna take a rubber mallet and bend it and pretend we're making a Porsche or something. Okay, this was hard because, I mean, even though it's a thin gauge steel, my arms are slightly scrawny and I'm weak. No, well, I'm probably weak. I'm not, but anyhow, my weakness has nothing to do with this. It's the fact that I'm, you know, bending this metal. I mean, it was already pre-bent, the old metal, or pre-curved. And so it had a little bit of, you know, muscle memory or metal memory, as the scientists like to call it. But just slightly bending the top 6 inches of the new piece I put on and having both of them come together, it was kind of hard, but I used like 4 or 5 different ratchet straps and I would move them along so I could have everything super tight, and then I would just rivet. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I was getting a little upset because I was like, you know, this is gonna be really hard to get the metal to curve the way I want it to curve. But here we are, looks good. I'm gonna spray some Rust Reformer spray paint. It's like kind of a primer along this portion where I kind of, you know, expose the metal. The reason I'm gonna do that is because I just don't want a bunch of new rust to form, especially around the rivets. I want everything to be as protected as possible. All right, back in the trailer here. This is that interior wall, okay? It used to be bolted to this kind of metal supports piece on the outside. And so what we're gonna do is we've got these nice aluminum rivets that won't rust, and we don't have to worry about a bolt. We can, you know, rivets I think are easy enough to cut out if you need to cut them out. I don't know. So anyhow, I got these 1/4 inch rivets, which are basically the size of the hole. I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch drill bit or slightly larger to make sure my rivet gets in. And then we're just gonna rivet this nice and tight to that outside portion. We'll do the other side and we're moving. I'm beginning to like these rivets. You know, they're super strong from what I can tell. And then all we do is push this back portion in. We're gonna have to make sure we pull it in tight there. And there you go. Nice and tight. Woo! Wow, that's awesome. All right, I don't want this to continue to get rusty. I mean, again, this is over like 40 years old, so I'm not super duper concerned about this metal. Most of it is surface. It's not too bad. It's a little jagged, but again, we had that aluminum kind of flashing or molding around it, and it's just been holding the moisture. So we're gonna try and get off the loose rust. We're gonna spray some rust restorer on it, and just, you know, as we're working on everything else, hopefully it will just dissipate or halt the rust at the very least. Okay, we're moving. That's kind of the word of the day. The word of this project is we're moving. Because even though at times it feels like we are moving at a slug, a snail, a tortoise's pace, forward is forward, and we are moving forward. Slowly but surely, we're moving forward, okay? You gotta encourage yourself when you work by yourself and you're only with yourself because of the current thing that I refuse to mention because I do not give it power on my property. But there's a lot of alone time, so you gotta learn how to encourage yourself and do the things in your life that keep you moving forward. So, we've got this whole panel riveted in to the structural portion of the trailer. It's looking awesome, it feels good. The only parts that are rattling a little bit are where this piece meets this piece. If I was to do it again, I would have overlapped a decent amount so I could have riveted from this piece into this piece, but instead I didn't do that. I don't know why, but anyhow, we are adding pieces of trim anyhow to parts of the seams eventually of this trailer. So this is a perfect spot to put, you know, a nice little 2-inch piece of trim of steel. So that's what we're gonna do. I still have a piece that I can cut off the original piece for this side. I am going to smoothen down my mediocre welds here. And then we're gonna put the piece of trim on, rivet it together. So we're gonna go ahead, cut our steel, and then put her on here, and yeah, we're moving. It's all about that fitment, baby. Fitment. There we go. Woohoo! Man, I love rivets. All right, let's go. Yeah, baby, I love it. All right, guys, that does it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Typically, I like to have some sort of mission accomplished, especially on this trailer before I end an episode, but things are just taking a little longer than expected. So I had to just get this thing out the door because I know you guys are waiting. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like it. And let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see this mobile bar have. I've gotten some great ideas and I want to hear more. Make sure you have fun this week and we'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.